All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness. November 1st is here. This new month. Happy new month. Dr. Labinton here. Oh, I'm so excited to be doing this live with you. We're talking about morning routines that upgrade you, spirit, soul, and body. If you are watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching on the replay. If you're listening in, go ahead, give yourself a high five for joining on this morning. All right, I'm really excited to go over this live because this has been one of the most powerful tools that has helped me as a human. All right, my morning routines, and I'm going to share that with you. Ways to upgrade yourself, spirit, soul, and body. You are a spirit, you have a soul, you live in a body, and so all three areas of life need to be addressed. And so we're talking about morning routines that upgrade your spirit, soul, and body. And please, I'm curious, what are your morning routines that have helped you? You can see that actually makes a difference for you. So we're going to start with why this is important. Um, Data shows that 97% of successful people have a morning routine. So people like um, Bronson, Terry Saveford, she's one of my favorites. Um, Oprah Winfrey, Tim Cook, who's the current Apple CEO, Mark Wahlberg, Stephen King, big writer, Brian Johnson, Oprah Winfrey as well, Melinda Gates, and Jesus had a morning routine. Jesus, he's my big fan. He had a morning routine as well when he worked this earth. And so morning routines are powerful. And for some of you who are like, well, Doc, I work nights. Well, your morning still applies, your morning routine. So let's talk spirit for your spirit. So one of the biggest things I would say, is when you wake up, do not reach for your phone and look as the first thing to kind of set the day. What that does, especially those who look at emails, you look at messages, you want to take on your day. You don't want your day to take on you. Okay, you want to kind of take charge of your day. And so it's really important that the first thing you do is not grab your phone and look and see, okay, who called me in the middle of the night, who sent a message. You want to set the tone for the day by almost like investing in yourself first, so you can take on the day. You're equipped to take on the day. So number one, typically when I wake up, usually there's a song in my heart. So there's a song I believe dropped by God, like, so it's a worship. So wake up, I pray. I wake up, I pray, and essentially I'm communicating with God and I'm expecting feedback. So it's a two-way street. I'm communicating with God and I'm expecting feedback. So for my spirit, first I start with a prayer. I wake up, oh Lord, thank you for today. I acknowledge his existence, his help through the night, the fact that I wake up is a gift for him. And then I pray. Sometimes I do that in the company of other people virtually because that helps keep you accountable. Or I pray by myself. All right. And one of the things I do to make this an engaging session too is I write down prayer points. So I write down challenges. I write down mindsets that also either feed the challenges or are threatening the day based on the challenges. Okay, so for instance, maybe you're short staff or there's a burden in your heart. I write down what the concerns are, and I pray in the place of prayer. I bring it before God, and I ask for feedback. Like, Lord, what to do? I'm telling you, this has been a game changer for me. So I'm praying and I'm expecting, Lord, what do I do? I write down usually the three top goals for the week, or three top challenges, or three top, pressing, like these are the things I need to prioritize. And I ask God for strategies. Like, okay, what to do? Who do I talk to? And he will drop people in my heart, or he will prompt, hey, why don't you try this? And it's not just at the time I'm praying, it comes throughout the day where I'm receiving, like, oh, someone will come to mind, like, why don't you talk to this person? They've gone through this before, and ask for help. So I pray, I write down challenges as prayer points that I expect feedback, and then the mindsets. So for instance, what are the fears? So in the place of prayer, I'm like, Lord, I be honest with you, I am afraid of this. This is what's happening around. I'm afraid this is what I'm hearing. And so in the place of prayer, I'm essentially saying, God, I need your help today. I don't know how to do this day, but I ask you for help. I'm being honest with the mind drama. All right. Um, and so you write down your challenges and mindsets, and then you ask God to rewrite the script. All right. So I would typically look for Bible verses that address the mindset drama and meditate on that. So I wake up and pray. I pray sometimes in the company of myself or with other people. I write down challenges and prayers, prayer points, and then I write down mind drama that tends to play on. There are soundtracks in the mind. They just keep playing and playing and playing. They affect your spirit. They keep playing, and so I ask God to help me rewrite the script. And then I also sit in silence and listen. I expect God to speak to me. I expect Him to. And sometimes, it's not, a lot of times, it's not dramatic, like, oh, Tolu, this is me. No, it's a nudge, like, I'm with you. I'm with you. I got you. Remember that you've been through this before at a lower scale. I'm going to be with you in this one too. Or I will not leave you. Whatever you're going through, I will be with you. I will help you through it. All right. And so I take time to get feedback. I expect to hear from God. And so that makes hearing Him easier. And I want to encourage you, for you, like, well, I don't know, God speaks. Yeah, He does. Speaks a lot. He speaks a lot. Sometimes we need to quiet down in the morning to hear. Next, I journal. You're probably thinking like, okay, why, how do you have time to do all this? Well, I prioritize it. So it takes more than an hour. I'll be honest with you. So I do have to wake up early to do this, but the return on investment for me and all the things that are connected to me is worth it. All right. And then I journal. I pray. I'm transparent about what's on my mind, what I'm afraid of. I ask God to rewrite the script. I sit in silence and expect feedback from Him. And then I journal gratitude. This one, initially, I'll be honest with you, I was like, hey, I don't know if this is, like that. And I encourage a lot of my clients to, my patients. I say, I want you to try this. It helps with sleep. It helps with some of the mind drama. And so what I do is I document things I'm thankful for. Sometimes it's simple. I got a hug from someone who's not a hugger yesterday, and she actually gave me, good morning, Dr. Mitra. Good to see you. She actually gave me like, it was a series of 3 hugs. The first one was, if you're a hugger, those who are huggers, right? They have there's a hug code, and so the hug code she gave me was like, okay, I'm doing this because you like it. It's not really my forte. But by the time we had hugged 3 times, she had leaned in and she had relaxed and hugged. And so for me, that's something to be grateful for. I know it sounds silly, but what this does is it helps you see the things that are actually happening that are good, even in the midst of things that are not quite where you want them to be. And it paints a picture of possibility. It doesn't allow the brain to shut down to the possibilities of positive outcomes. So, and studies have shown, science has shown the power behind journaling. And sometimes if you just, put your thoughts, like almost like having therapy on paper, you're offloading on paper. But gratitude, practicing gratitude, even in the tiniest forms, if you could try this for 30 days, you will see a difference. You will see a difference. I receive grace to be consistent because, that's the challenge, right? We're excited. This is the thing. I will do it. But, the grace to stay consistent. All right. So those are for the spirit. Now for the soul. Now for your soul, that's where your emotions are seated. That's where mindsets are seated. So we talked about the mind, the soundtracks. Mind is playing. It's usually not a positive one, like, hey, you got it. Remember how you were worried about this 5 years ago? Now it's a non-issue. This too will pass. This time. No, it replays soundtracks of what's not working, why this is not going to be a good thing, why this and that, like why all the possible negative things can happen. It replays it. So we got to change the soundtracks. We got to reverse the soundtrack. We have to replace them and say, you know what? Let's switch it with something else. How do you switch it with something else? It's one by what you say. So affirmations, I am statements. And here's the sweet spot with this one. Don't borrow someone else's I am statements. I mean, if they align with you, sure. But what are issues, what are challenges that you're going through that say, I am not, or I can't? Flip the script. That could be your I am statements. I can become the person that this. I am strong. I may feel tired, but enough, there's strength enough to take on today. you know there's one Bible verse I was looking at, because as I'm talking to my clients who are going to perimenopause, the fatigue and all the things. And I looked at the story of Moses. Towards the time of his death, he was about 120, and they said at 120 he had not lost his natural vigor, one, and two, his eyes had not grown dim. I was like, for him, that can happen for me too. And so I speak that. I keep speaking, even when I feel contrary to what I'm saying. But there's power in what you speak. So speaking affirmation based on addressing things that are actually bothering you. What are thoughts that you know limit you? And this piece sometimes can be unraveling because you sit down and write down these are my fears, these are what I'm worried about, and look for affirmations that say, you know what, in spite of this, I can, or I will make it. And that helps you also as you say this, when opportunity comes that line up with what you're saying, you are more alert. You are more in tune to pick. I know, easy to do, easy not to do. And then also listening. So we talked about speaking, what you're saying, what you're listening to. So one of the things I try to do consistently is to listen to something while I'm showering or getting ready for the day. I'm listening to a podcast, something that encourages me. I'm listening to my Bible playing. I'm listening to my affirmations that I have recorded played back to me. So I'm trying to tell my mind, hey, hey, you need food. What you be eating junk food. Let's give you some fruits and vegetables up in there. Let's give you food that actually helps you thrive, even though it may not taste good or you feel like this is silly. But go ahead and try it. So listening to uplifting podcasts or sermons while I get ready helps a lot. And then thirdly, I found one of the things that help with my emotions to mind is planning the week ahead. Now, of course, things happen, but if you have a, I do this weekly, typically Sundays or Saturday, or the latest Monday morning. So I'm writing down what my goals for the week are for the different areas in life, with family, with meetings, with all the things, and I prioritize it per day. There's a powerful book that has helped me, Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog. It talks about how to, procrastinate intelligently or procrastinate in a way that moves you forward. So there are things move to the bottom of the line or the ones that you prioritize. And so for each day, I prioritize what's number one, what's number two, what's number three. And I keep those things in view because you can prioritize, you can plan your week, but hide your planner or hide so that you don't stay accountable. But when I put it there, it's like, well, this is what you said you're going to prioritize. So when people suggest other things like, hey, you think you can help me with this outlook? Oh, look, based on my calendar, I'm not available till this time. So it helps you with boundary setting. And sometimes things need to get off that calendar and be replaced. And that's okay. It's dynamic. All right. But planning the week of health can help you as well. So we talked about spirit, soul. Now for your body. Okay, for your body. So how many of you don't eat breakfast? You're like, no, I don't have time. I'd grab something to drink, drink some coffee, mocha, lama, chakatama, mate, latte. Sorry, I'm not a coffee person. So they're different, the different genres of coffee. You grab something really quickly and you just go. Now, though it gives you that quick energy zap, you don't feel it's sustainable throughout the day. So many people don't do traditional breakfast, but I tell my clients for those, I said you're doing it for specific reasons. It's good to eat breakfast, but eat breakfast that actually helps you sustain energy. And so something that's protein rich. And so for me, for ease of time, I'm big on plant-based supplements. And I don't drink coffee because coffee can be a source of energy. It's food. I use like an energy plant-based. It has coffee in it. It has vegetables. It has fruits, all organic. I put a scoop in my smoothie. I actually blend them for 2 days at a time. I realized that I could blend them and put it in the fridge. It's food. And then I use a high quality protein shake. It's by Live Pure. And then I put it in, I measure it, I put chia seeds in it because chia seeds keep me full longer. So I do that. I'll blend it. I'll take one bottle with me, or I put them in two bottles. The second one can be for the next day. And then so I only have to make them 3 times a week. And it keeps me full for breakfast and lunch. So when I get to work and everybody's like, Dr. Olabintan, we love you. Here's some crumble cookies, or here's the Chick-fil-A, the bread with the chicken, or they bring cookies or donuts and things like that. I'm not as tempted to indulge because I am full. I'm eating things and I feel better for it. I actually feel better. Your body has a way of talking to you. So this morning routine saves me from other ideas. If you're like, I don't like textures, boiled eggs, a good source of protein. You could boil them in batches, put them in the fridge. You just have to heat it up. You just boil water, put the egg in it for a few minutes, and then you crack and you're good to go. Or you could just, peel them one time and put in a Ziploc bag so you grab and go. Meal prepping is powerful. So you can meal prep on Sundays, slice your cucumbers, get your baby carrots, grill your chicken, grill your shrimp, have it ready. So you do it in batches for the week. Like, I need protein. Dr. O keeps talking about protein, especially as you're getting older, protein to improve your muscle mass. I'm like, how can I batch almost like mass production of protein so I can grab and go? So this morning routine, either done on a Sunday or Saturday or on Monday morning, will help me save time throughout the week and help me make better decisions. You'll notice that when you eat breakfast, a good breakfast, you don't tend to overindulge dinner time. You don't tend to. And a lot, for my patients, I'm trying to encourage them for weight loss. I tell them, if you do that, you eat better in the morning, you won't have to do so much at nighttime before you go to bed. And, the food is not burned. If you eat it earlier, you burn the food. So for those of you who are looking for weight loss tips, you want to eat a good breakfast, unless you're doing it for other reasons. Now, some of you may wonder, intermittent fasting, yes, but I encourage you, it's better to fast towards the end of the day than the beginning of the day. All right. So that's for your body. Also, one of the things I do, I like to creatively batch my morning routine. So sometimes while I'm praying, I'm walking. I'm doing a prayer walk. So it's maybe an hour, but I'm walking the whole time. So before you know it, I've already taken 6,000 steps and the day has not even quite started. So there are things you could also exercise on a bike while listening to things that uplift you or music that helps you or reminds you of who you are in God. Yes, there are ways you can creatively. You don't have to do one and then next and then next and then next. You can actually creatively batch it. So why should you have a morning routine? It empowers you for the day. Number two, it's like self-care, like an investment in you before you take on the day. So I want to encourage you as you're listening and you're like, this sounds like a lot. How about you pick one? And as a bigger challenge, one per category, one for your spirit, one for your soul, one for your body. So I want to encourage you, um, you know, greatness begins before sunrise, whatever your sunrise is. Okay, whether it's through prayer, gratitude, exercise, or planning, powerful mornings set the tone for purposeful days. And there's grace for it. There's grace for it. And you're worth it. It's inconvenience, yes, but you're worth it. You're worth it. So I want to encourage each and every one of you, don't give up on you this new month. Those health goals you planned earlier in the year, you can start. You don't have to wait till December, January 1st to restart. You can start now. So be encouraged. Start to incorporate those routines. And, ask your family to help support you or help keep you accountable. Ask them to help keep you accountable. Okay, it helps, having people who are like, oh yeah, yeah, I wake up, I'm doing this, or have someone who say, oh, I'll take steps with you. Let's see who can get the higher steps, like a healthy competition. And then surround yourself with foods that make you feel better. You know it, you know it. So go ahead, feel better. Like actually, when you eat it, you feel better. Your body is speaking, your spirit is speaking, your soul is speaking. Please listen and take care of the body, the spirit, and the soul that God has blessed you with. This has been an awesome privilege to hang out with you this morning. Thank you for joining. For those of you, it's fall back in Texas, so we get an extra hour this weekend. So yay, enjoy powerfully. Oh, my pleasure. Dr. Janice, thank you for joining. Dr. Mitra, thank you for joining. Let me see who else I give a shout out to. Oh, Henry Adewale, thank you so much for joining as well. Remember, there's grace for it. There's grace for it. So I speak and declare that this month is your best month yet. Receive grace to do the things, partnering with God for health, spirit, soul, and body. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.